On an August night in 2012, 20-year-old Amber Tuccaro, a First Nations woman from Fort McMurray, vanished after hitchhiking near Edmonton during a vacation with her toddler son and friend. When she didn't return to their hotel, her family alerted the RCMP. Investigators discovered a chilling 16-minute phone recording of Amber questioning an unidentified driver's route, her voice growing increasingly anxious before the call ended, the last time she was heard alive. Despite searches in Leduc County where her phone last pinged, only her phone case was ever found. The unidentified male voice remains the sole clue in this heartbreaking case that highlights Canada's crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women. Amber's disappearance remains unsolved, her family still seeking answers over a decade later.
Where are we by?
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
We're heading north of Beaumont. Yo, where are we going?
Just
No, this is a... Are you f***ing kidding me? You better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we?
We're going.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Then where the these roads going to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yo, where are we going?
50th Street.
50th Street.
50th Street.
East, right?
East.
Over town.
Travel.
The last proof of her existence was a bone-chilling 16-minute phone call, recorded as she sat in a stranger's vehicle. The audio is a masterclass in creeping dread. Amber's voice, initially casual, grows sharper with each wrong turn. "Where are we going?" "This isn't the way to the city," she demands, while the driver offers smooth, practiced lies. His tone, calm but dripping with deception, sends shivers down the spine when he insists, "Absolutely, we're going where you want." Experts who analyze the recording note his unnatural pauses, the forced cheer in his voice, the hallmarks of a predator at work. What happened next is a scandal of police incompetence and systemic racism. Despite her mother Vivian's frantic calls, RCMP officers brushed off concerns with callous indifference. "She's probably out partying," they told Vivian, as if a devoted mother would abandon her infant son without warning. For weeks, they dragged their feet, while Amber's life hung in the balance. By the time they launched a real investigation, it was too late. Her remains were found on September 1st in a desolate Leduc County field, just days after the RCMP finally released the recording to the public. The failures didn't end there. In a move that defies belief, authorities took Amber off the missing persons list after just 1 month, citing unconfirmed sightings that were never verified. By the time Vivian fought to reopen the case, crucial evidence had vanished. Hotel belongings were destroyed. Leads went cold. And the recording, the one piece of evidence that could crack the case, remains in limbo, despite multiple witnesses coming forward to identify the killer's voice. One man's own son even confessed that his father, an American living near Edmonton, was responsible, linking him to other unsolved murders. Yet to this day, no arrests have been made. Amber's case is more than a murder, it's a damning indictment of how Canada fails Indigenous women. The recording is a time capsule of her final moments, a digital ghost that refuses to be silenced. And while her family still fights for justice, her story stands as a grim reminder. For Indigenous women, even the evidence of their own murders isn't enough to warrant action. Will we ever hear the truth? Or will Amber's voice on that recording remain the only witness to her tragedy? If you like this video, click on the video to watch more disturbing things caught on dashcam. If you love real horror stories and the unexplained, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Don't miss an episode of Screaming Diaries, where every scream tells a story.